under Trading Newsletters.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the March 31st, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. We can't say Taco Tuesday because we can't go out to get any tacos. Of course, I guess we can make them here. Thanks so much for joining us. Absolutely great to be with you. Hey, let's always remember, we should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Think about that one, folks. I hope everybody out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I can make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, tomorrow, the next day, we're going to go check out to see what the circumstances of these markets are. We're going to go see what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial in, and we've got call-ahead seating, 877-927-6648. If you can't call in, let those fingers do the walking. Go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Please send it early, and, of course, in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Lush Show. Right now, we got all the indices in the red, including the spot volatility index. Man, we just can't catch a break here. You got the Dow down 230, S&P off 28, NASDAQ off 32, Russell down 13. Percentage-wise, it's the transports, the Russell, both 1 2/10% to the downside. Our gold's off $35. Whoa, that just took a dive to the downside. We'll take a look at where support is at. That's off 2%. And you've got silver up 2 pennies. Light sweet crude is up 21 pennies, trade out at 20.30. And lead the charge, the upside Booking Holdings, followed by Tesla, $54 and $25 respectively. And as long as it's Taco Tuesday, Chipotle is in on the game. They're up nearly 4% or 24 buckaroonies out there. Let's go right to our questions here. A couple in the den. One of the questions was to take a look at silver. So let's go take a look at high-ho silver out here. And what do we know? Well, let's take a look at it for different time frames. We're going to get different pieces of information. But if we're wondering about silver, when it made its top, it did it with a wave number 7. That's letter G. And that led to a TD 9-count bottom. It was bar number 8. Let me get my crosshair out here. You'll be able to see it. We look for these TD 8. We look for these TD 9 counts, and we certainly looking for either the high or low. In this case here, the low to form a bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9. In this case here was bar number 8. The next hurdle for silver was to get above Stevie's red line. It's above that. That's currently printing at 1374. So when we take a look at silver out here, support would be 1374. I'm not looking at any of the profiles just yet. If I look at a weekly time frame chart to get a feel for silver, because of the contract rollover, I don't have enough data out here. Bummer. There's always a way to resolve that. Let's just look at the 30-minute time frame. Let's just go from the daily to the 30. What do we know about the 30-minute time frame? Well, turns out now that we look at it, we can see that the low in silver on March 30th was formed on a 30-minute time frame with a TD9 count with a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. And since then, we've seen a series of higher lows. And right now, on a 30-minute time frame, as long as price can hold the there's a brand new profile that just formed. So this is not necessarily good. I would have to turn off price. You know what? It's not that easy to do on this chart. So what we're going to do is we're going to go switch over to silver and all the TAS market profile charts out here. This will be easier to do. Let's also confirm that the 30-minute, well, I got to change it to a 30-minute. So let's go do that right here. The way we give you, what I was saying is that here's the new profile, and it was bullish in structure. 30 minutes, and price is below that level. So, I was going to say we've got this series of higher lows. Well, that in essence just kind of voided that as we were speaking. And I'm looking back at the March 30th. Well, that was the 6 o'clock in the morning bar this morning, which has basically been a test of that level. So if price can bounce off of this during this 30-minute time frame, which ends at 1:30 out there, and get back about 14.21. All right, then support will not have failed out there. So that just simply takes me back to the daily time frame. If silver's unable to do that, then what I would expect and anticipate that price will pull back to test Stevie's red line, the oscillator and change line, at about $13.73, 74 cents. That's what Stevie sees when he takes a look at silver. Let me go ahead and minimize this. You can see the other profiles. Silver trading below. A brand new weekly profile, brand new weekly profile is trying to form. Now, this profile is above price. And so what silver is saying is a heavy supply line at $15.32. Not that it's been able to get up there, but typically when you see a profile form above price, it's bearish with regard to the time frame that it is discussing. In this case here, we're looking at the weekly time frame chart for silver. The only way that changes, and I have seen it from time to time, the only way that changes would be for silver on a weekly basis to close above that 1532 level. But otherwise, that's not. Now, that's in competition with the daily time frame, where price is above the top of its profile, which is 1382. So you've got competing patterns that are out here, and therefore really all you need to do in essence is watch Stevie's red line number, which was about 1370, as I recall, 1370 something. And then at 1382, you've got the top of the daily box. So let's just refer back to Stevie's red line. If you see it close below that, silver likely then headed down to the 1218 area. I don't recall who asked for silver, but I hope that helps you out. There was also a request inside the Tiger's Den. And I apologize because my screen for the den is relatively small because of all the other tools and charts that I've got out there. But there was a request to go take a look at Apple. What do we know about Apple? Trading below the bottom of its daily profile. So that's resistance right now, 265.90. Below the bottom of its weekly profile, 271.20. And above the top of its brand new monthly profile that formed here in the month of March. So again, conflicting signals there. Let's go take a look at Stevie's other tool, see what we can figure out here with regard to Apple and what it is doing. On the daily time frame, when it formed its bottom back on March 23rd, Rhodes momentum indicator signal right then and there with that hammer candle. The very next day, we saw price gap up and actually create a second bullish reversal candle. That was the Three River Morning Star, so that required those three candles there. And then it was 2 days later when price clearly cleared. Wow, Steve-O, you're just so amazing with your grasp of the English language. But in any event, what was important was the mere fact that price closed above Stevie's red line, suggesting that price should move up and at least test that 265.90 level. If price can get back inside the profile, meaning to close above 265.90, 280.19 would become its next target area. Today's going to be bar number 6 of a TD 9-count pattern. You're going to have to watch to see if that 9-count pattern unfolds out here, because that could be the intermediate term high on a daily time frame. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN is launching an open house for our Tiger's Den. For a limited time, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Tiger's Den. Just enter promo code OPEN at checkout and pay nothing for 30 days while you try out your Tiger's Den membership as part of our open house. With market volatility at an all-time high and people all over the world working from home if possible, TFNN is hosting an open house in our Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is an interactive chat room that runs all day where other tigers and tigresses discuss trading ideas with the hosts and members, along with charts and current market news, as well as live access to the charts the hosts use during their programs. Join us for the Tiger's Den Open House. Begin your Den membership today by just entering OPEN at checkout and pay nothing while you try things out for 30 days. For all the details and to start your Den membership today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the TFNN Tiger's Den Open House taking place now. Sign up today.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 204, S&P 27 points out there. Let's go take a look at natural gas for Tucker in the Tiger's Den. And so Tucker, what natural gas tried to do yesterday, what it did do yesterday was it gave us a confirmed Rhodes momentum indicator signal here. That's because of the bullish engulfing candle session. But you know what? Today, no follow through to the upside, and always makes that pattern suspect. On top of that, you can see that Stevie's red line is red. Price is below that level. That level is 1.673, and it's trying to bottom, but price must close above Stevie's red line out there. Otherwise, we just got this, sideways move towards the bottom. A little consolidation out here, and we don't know which way it's going to break, but price failing, price being able to generate that bullish engulfing candle yesterday and then having no follow through at all as 119 in the afternoon. I'd be very suspect about being long here. Certainly, you've got to have your stop below the trading session from March 23rd if you are long. So that's what I see when I take a look at natural gas, the May contract out here. We had a request coming by email early this morning from John, John out here, and wanted to take a look at Netflix. The question is, let me see here. Steve, can you please give your take on Netflix? I purchased a long position at 320. Okay, trading at 370, so good. This short-term position for me. Can you tell me where the snipers are so I can capture a gain? Well, you hit sniper level 1 or today. And that would be 370, 368. So there's really two resistance levels for you. This is the weekly time frame chart, by the way, that we're taking a look at. Now, I know the week is not over, but price has been trading in between support being that TD 9 count breakout level, 298.63. Folks, you really want to learn this pattern. You're not seeing me rub my eyes, which I shouldn't be doing, obviously, or just rubbing my forehead, because it's the easiest pattern. It's the easiest technical pattern, I believe, for me to be able to teach you. There's nothing subjective about it. Nothing subjective about it. And so just go sign up for Mastering Probability. Do it for the 30-day free trial out there. I don't care if you jettison out after day 27, 8, 29, or what have you. Just take advantage of the education. And we're all here to help each other. And that's really what the newsletter does, or the archived workshops that I have on there. And it's a great pattern. You want to be able to, if you're trading and you can't figure out where support and resistance is, this is the easiest way to do that. This is the easiest way for K-John to be able to answer his question. I'm not answering this question from some type of subjective level out here. I don't draw these lines. The lines are drawn based upon where did price break out versus where did it break down. So you're running on a weekly basis into a key area of resistance, 370, 368, 380. Now, what this doesn't tell me is price going to be able to bust through that level? Because on a weekly basis, it closed above 380, and then the following week it closed above that. You're all the way back to their all-time highs out there. That's the weekly time frame chart. Let's see what the daily time frame chart tells us out here. Let's go ahead and populate this. What do we have here? Price trading right into the top of its daily profile, right around where price is trading right now. So on the daily time frame, you've got another level of resistance out here. It doesn't tell me if price is going to close above this level. If it did, it would be positive because it's a bearish structured profile. But you're asking me right now, and you said you're this is a short-term position for you. You've got a couple different ways to handle it. You're either right here where the snipers are at. It's clear. Top of the TAS market profile on the daily, TD9 count breakdown levels on the weekly. I don't know what's the monthly tell us out here. Does monthly provide us with any piece of information? It doesn't. So it's really going to be based on the daily and weekly. So I'd say just to put in a stop. Yeah, put in some type of trailing stop out there. Figure out what the average true range is for Netflix. That'd be one way to do it. Or if you're just saying I'm going to exit where the snipers are at, well, in Netflix we've just been able to show you where those snipers be. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. Have a great day. We got Tom writing in. Tom G. And Tom wants to, what are your thoughts again today on the long side of the gold miners out there? I'm also looking at a long position in XPX from yesterday that you still have. Okay, so with regard to the miners, well, I guess let's come back here and do the same thing. GDX, let's punch it up. Let's look at the multiple different time frames. It's going to take, there we go. This will take just a moment here to populate, because it's populating my daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly time frames out there. But it looks like we're in good shape here, although just give me 1 second here. I just want to reload all the historical data, make sure that this thing loaded properly. So it does. So you're asking me about being long the miners. And I would say this. As long as price remains above 23.48, and price isn't moving at all out here, so I just want to make sure that, let me come back here to this chart. Just want to make sure this thing is populated properly. And I know it will be now 23.71. Yeah, so it's not. So what the heck happened there? Yeah, it kind of looked like I only had through yesterday's data. So now Stevie's got to really, so because there's not much of a price difference between yesterday and today, we'll use that 23.48 level still. And so, Tom, I would say with regard to the miners, as long as price remains above 23.48, give or take out there, I can see the reason to be long the miners, because that would be a level of support. If price closes below that, for a guy like you, you'd want to consider the dust option, because this would suggest to you and I that price would head back to either the center or bottom of its daily profile, 2169 or 1756. Price is also testing this little breakout level. We've talked about this probably yesterday, March 24th. You had the GDX move higher with 127 million shares. The bottom of that gap was tested. The bottom was 93 million shares, and it was tested with lighter volume yesterday and looks like lighter volume today. So I see the reason, technical reason, to stay with the long. But if price closed below Stevie's red line out there, it's telling you wants to pull back even further. Price is right now below the brand new weekly profile that formed, so 2401. If price closes below that, come Friday, that is not a good scene out here and would suggest that it wants to move lower. Let's go take a look at Goldilocks, see what Goldilocks is doing out here. Let's go see what gold is doing in all the currencies. Don't ever, did I say ever? Because what I meant was ever. Don't ever make the mistake of only looking at gold. Come on, do this work here. What's the deal? How did I lose the ability here? Don't ever just look at gold in dollars. Please, please, please. Did I say please? Please don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. You need to understand how this commodity is trading on the desks of everybody around the globe out there. If gold's going to move higher, which is what Tom wants, in order to be able to long the mining equities out here, he needs to see gold, just like you do, moving higher in all of the major currencies. Is that what is going on right now? And the answer is absolutely, positively not. That says be careful on your long trade in the miners, Tom. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 260, S&P 33. Let's go out to Philadelphia and speak with John. John, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Steve, well, I'm doing excellent. Thanks for taking the call.
My pleasure, as always. And the NASDAQ 100 is where you want to focus our time on?
Yes, please. Very specific question. Background. The NASDAQ 100 NDX bottomed March 23rd and has rallied from 6,700 up to 8,000 here today, and we've backed off a touch. A very specific question. Using all your tools, do you have any reason to think the NDX does one of three things? Marches higher directly, pauses and chops around, near under 8,000, or pulls back decisively. And if any of your work suggests one of those three things, could you elaborate why? And when I ask that question, I do understand you may not favor A, B, or C, but I just thought I'd ask, please.
So let's see if we can do this here. So first, in order for the NASDAQ to move higher, let's just say what I would need to see out there. So your first thing, are there any tools that would indicate that the NASDAQ wants to motor on higher from here? And the tool that I would use to make that determination, John, is this page here that we're looking at. There's 4 instruments. On the very right-hand side is where you and I will focus right now. And where that is the top portion of that page is the equal-weighted ETF for the NASDAQ 100, whereas the QQQ series is down below. And the reason I'll go here, because this was in the update that I sent out to subscribers at 11:30 that said that, in fact, this is what needs to happen in order for the NASDAQ to move higher. And that's the following. We actually had a higher closing high. Prices earlier today, we saw the Qs trading above the top of their most recent closing high, which was March the 26th, so just a few days ago. Right now, it's not. But what wasn't going on at that exact same time, John, is the equal-weighted ETF was not confirming that move higher. And that level, I believe, is 63.56. 63.41, my apologies. 63.41 is the level that the QQEW would simultaneously need to see price close above that, while the Qs were also taking out the high from the 26th. If not, there's this divergence that says that price will pull back. So first, that's what I need to see in the NDX 100, but we do it here via the Qs in its equal-weighted version to assist with that possible outcome. Until I see that high taken out in the QQEW, then I don't have the answer that price wants to propel higher. Good. Are we good? Are we good with that? And what I'm looking at.
I got you. Yeah, I follow. Yep.
Perfect. Okay. So now, if it can't take out the high and price is going to pull back, where does the NDX 100 pull back to? Well, for that, what I really need to do is look at the NQs out here. And the reason I want to do that is what we've seen take place today. So here we're going to have kind of the opposite message, so to speak. We did see the NQ make a higher high, so that's good. And the pullback so far has found support, continues to find support at the top of that daily profile, 77.59. So in order for your third option, so we've covered the first option, in order for your third option to take place, I believe we would need to see a close below 77.59. If we see a close below 77.59, then what that sets up is a further pullback. The question is a further pullback to where? And I'm going to try to populate my other chart out here. That where, it's not, there we go. The where would be 74.10. And 74.10 in the NQ is Stevie's red line, which has been tested several times out here. So that would act as another level of support. So the theory is if price closes below the top of the TAS market profile, that's where the sellers are, the snipers are, they should be able to push price back to support. And support for me would be the 74.10-ish area. That price is going to change as price is moving down, moving higher, but that would be the general area. So that's what I would see for option number 3. If neither of those happen, in other words, the high isn't taken out, support holds, meaning the top of the box, 77.59, then what that would suggest to me is the chopping sideways aspect. So how is that for taking the question, take a look at the three different levels out there, and then just being able to go to the charts to show you what it is we're looking at. Does that help or make sense? And because of what is it you're looking at to help you answer that question?
I'm speechless. I asked you a very specific question with 3 parts, and you pulled up the tools like a miracle and answered the A, B, or C, the whys and wherefores. That's pretty good. I'm impressed.
Yeah, well, look, as you've coined, really, when we take a look at all these charts and time frames and everything, this is all just simply a laboratory, right? It's just a laboratory. And in that laboratory, we have to have well-defined rules, so to speak. And that's, in essence, what we've tried to do here to assist us. You and I, we don't know which way it is, that price is going to move. But if we use these rules, I think they assist us in answering that question.
Yes, excellent. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go.
Sounds great.
So thanks so much.
You bet.
Nothing more to say.
Okay. Well, John, always good to hear your voice. Thanks so much for calling in. Thanks for everything you do inside the Tiger's Den. Let's go out to Orlando and speak with Mike. Mike, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Good. I'm doing good. Thanks, guys. I just had a question about is Dow. Is a good time to buy it? And how about the Dow Jones?
I apologize. I was having a problem with my earphone. So it's the Dow that you want to take a look at. And again, are you looking to be short or long, or are you short or long?
No, I'm trying to if I can buy it this time. Is Dow is it a good time or not? SDWO.
What's the symbol?
SDOW.
SDW, SDOW. Isn't that the short? SDOW? Pro shares. So that is, that's not the short. Well, let me just, the question is, do you want to buy it now? And this is just like a short-term trade. Is this a long-term? Give me a better feel for what your intention is. SDOW. You got it. Yeah. Thank you, Tom. Mike?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah. So the purpose for this is the
this stock is go opposite of Dow Jones, right? When the market go up, this go down. When the market go down, this go up, right?
Right, exactly. Okay, so when we come back, we'll go take a look at the Dow. I'll give you what the indicators and tools are telling us about the Dow. Would I take a short here right now? No, I wouldn't. And I'll explain why when we get back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Mike in Orlando, Florida. And the question... What's that? Yeah, so we're on the line with Mike in Orlando, Florida, and his question is now the time to short the Dow? So the very first chart that I'm looking at here, and watch this on the archive when it gets posted, so that you can... Okay, so that you can see it too. First, you want to be able to sell resistance. That would be the first objective. However, when we take a look at the 4 equity futures contracts, that's what's up on my screen right now, but your focus is really panel 2 from my right. That's the Dow. Price is trading above resistance, which is the top of its market profile. The prior caller, John, we were taking a look at the NQ, trying to understand what's the message for the NQ, and price so far has found support, which is the top of the profile. Now, look, it's a fairly long way down. You're 22,014 in the Dow Equity Futures contract, and the top of its box is 21,047. So that's why I was trying to gauge from you, is this a short-term trade? What's your time frame on here? So I'm going to assume that we're just taking a look at the daily time frame, although I'll show you some short-term time frame elements. But right now, the ES Mini, the NQ, the Dow, and the Russell 2000 are each above resistance out here. So I would have to have some type of compelling topping signal to suggest that you would go short any of the indices right now. What would be the compelling signals to possibly take the short-term trade? You would need to see short-term support break. So let's go take a look at short-term support. About the shortest time period that I would use to make that decision would be the 30-minute time frame. And if we take a look at this, then I know, Mike, that the line dropped. That's okay. I'm still going to answer your question thoroughly, because if you've got a question, so does somebody else. The top chart here, so here's our 4 30-minute daily equity futures contracts. The Dow is panel number 3. But I want you focused on panels number 1 and 2, the ES and the NQ. And that red line, 25.86.25, we're trading at 25.91 right now, 78.19 in the NQ, those are support levels. So all that's really taken place so far here intraday is just a pullback to test short-term support. Now, the Dow short-term support is down much lower, 21.362. Here's where I would have said to you, if you had said, well, I'm a short-term trader, I'm looking for the short term, I would say, well, then if you can have 2 bars and the ES Mini closed below 25.86 on a 30-minute time frame and 2 bars closed below 78.19 on the NQ, then you could take a look at the YM, the Dow Equity Futures contract, running down to 21.362. But those would have to be your trigger points in order to do that on the short-term basis out here. So that begs the question, okay, Steve-O, where is resistance to the upside? Where is it that you would want to consider shorting the Dow? And that's a great question. That question could be answered a couple of different ways. I'll give you the bigger picture first. The bigger picture first is the mere fact that the Dow formed a brand new weekly profile. That began on Monday. That is the upper right-hand portion chart that we're looking at. And in those profiles are above price. What that tells you and I is that 23,740 out there, that right now is where the sellers are lined up. That is your level of overhead supply resistance, 23,740. That is the area where the Dow may head to. If it closes above that, then what the Dow equity futures contract will do is it'll make an A to B equals CD to the upside. And that is the 1-to-1 price projection is 25,237. But is that where price would stop if price can close above 23,740? The answer is absolutely not. What do you mean by that, Steve-O? What I mean is the retracement so far, the B to C retracement is 40%, just under 40%. If, in fact, the Dow can find its legs, it will not make a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. It'll make an expansion of that. That might be the 1 to 1.272. It might be 1 to 1.618. It might be the 2. We won't know until we see a bearish reversal candle as price gets up towards those areas. But right now, the counter trend rally that I'd be looking at would be 23,740. What could possibly get in the way before then, before the 23,740 level? Well, Mike, what I would be looking for is a TD9 count pattern. Today is very likely going to be bar number 6 of a TD9 count. That gives us 4 more possible days for that pattern to fulfill, because in order for that pattern, should it fulfill, to identify some type of high, that high needs to occur on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9, which would be 10. That's why I say we would have, today would be 6, tomorrow Wednesday 7, Thursday 8, Friday 9, Monday would be bar number 10. So you could get it on bars 8, 9, or 10 out there. We won't know until we see each day play out. But I don't see it on the short-term basis. I don't see it on the daily time frame. And that's the way that I would be looking at this. So and even on the short term, I couldn't suggest, based upon the 30-minute time frame charts, that you would go ahead and get in now. So I hope that helps you out. On the bigger picture, there's a possibility. Right now, I call it a slight possibility. And I've heard a bunch of folks out there talking about this possibly being a V bottom. Go subscribe to Mastering Probability. If it doesn't give you access to the work that I did over the weekend, that'll show you the exact pattern that is in place for every V bottom that forms out there. And I'm not going to share it with you now, share that really with subscribers out here. That'll answer your question. And that's going to be really key to understanding how to navigate these markets over the next couple of months out there. I know that folks say it looks like a V bottom. It smells like a V bottom. But right now, it stinks to high heaven because it hasn't been confirmed. And there is a confirmation process that has taken place. The V bottom of 2019, the V bottom of 2009, the V bottom in 2004, all of these had the exact same pattern fire off to confirm that move. And I was listening, it was Bloomberg or somebody from Goldman Sachs. Sorry about that. Goldman Sachs came out and was talking about that, and I was like, man, I don't know what those guys are smoking out there, but I don't want you to get smoked by that belief system out there. We'll know by Thursday. There will be a pattern that will confirm by the end of Thursday whether that's a possibility or not. The other cool thing here about the Dow is it tested and held support, long-term support out here, which was the bottom of its quarterly bullish structured profile out there at the 18,161 level. What else do we know about the Dow? What we know about the Dow is that it held a real momentum trend line out here. What's that momentum trend line? That momentum trend line is the exact same trend line that spotted the bottom for the 1987 crash. This is just the Corona crash out here, isn't it? And that means that what we needed to do was go back and take a look at our historical charts. I go back to 1896 out here. That's plenty enough time. We're looking at a quarterly time frame out here. If you just simply change this to a logarithmic scale and you connect the highs of 1929, the highs of 1966 out here, the 87 crash did what? Found support right at that trend line. voila, we can take that exact same trend line. It is the exact same trend line. All I did here, folks, was duplicate it. You tell me how this works. I just know that it works. And that trend line connects the 2000 top and the 2007 top. So it's looking like a bottom. It is smelling like a bottom. And all kinds of levels of support have held. That doesn't mean we don't go down and test the lows or even make a lower low over the course of the next 5 weeks out here. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So we got a couple of questions out here. Let's try to get these done in the next couple of minutes. The first one for Brent, who wants to take a look at U.S. steel. And Brent is long U.S. steel. He's noticing that price is moving above this little swing point out here from the trading session of March 26th that had 17 million shares, already 20 million shares. And so today a close above 634 is trading at 629. It's got to close above 634 to give you that A to B equals CD to the upside pattern out there. That would be... It looks like, I don't know which swing point, it looks like the swing point here from March 16th. That would give you a 1-to-1 price projection, 726 and 775 be 1.272. My apology, Brent, but this chart here that I'm going to show isn't updating, but it is the important chart. because the level is not going to change. And that's 799. So at this stage here, you've got a TD9 count bottom, wave number 7 bottom, Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. So US Steel is giving you the nice bottoming signals. And I would say your real resistance level out here is going to be 799. Your real support level around the 515-ish area. That's Stevie's red line on the daily time frame. So all looks pretty good. You'd like to see it close today above 634. Best of luck with that trade. Hector and the fuel injectors wants to take a look at ticker symbol CX, I believe. Want to start building long-term position in CMEX out here. So this is below its daily profiles. That's what's showing right now. I'm going to try to get the other screen here populated, see what we see if this has, nice bottom pattern. It does. So even though it doesn't have today's candle in here, you can see that this had wave number 7. That was letter G on my screen. Rhodes momentum indicator pattern. That was the bull sash candle from a few days ago out here. And this could make a run for the bottom of its daily profile in that 296 area out there. So, yeah, you've got a bottom. I wouldn't back up the truck, so to speak, but you do have a bottom pattern there, Hector and Patty. Folks, thanks so much for being here. Stay tuned. 2 great hours of programming left. We've got your favorite polar bear, David White. He's up next. And then Tom's got a very special show for all of you entrepreneurs, business owners out there. And you'll want to tune in for that from 3:15 on. Take care, folks.